What's happening? Nick Martinez, the Keto Dad here, and this morning I'm gonna make a cup of coffee that I love having. It's something I have probably 3 or 4 days a week. It's using my new Nespresso maker, which I got for Christmas, and it's just so much fun. So if you like kind of fun coffee from Starbucks, this will be a great solution. And it's kind of like a fat coffee, except not as maybe complex or as much stuff in it, but I've got my pod here. And this is a lungo pour, which just means it makes more than the espresso. The espresso makes so little, I always have to do 2 because I like the quantity of it. So that's gonna get going. We're gonna start over here. This is an Aeroccino, and I've already measured out. I've got 3 tablespoons worth of heavy cream in there. This is kind of like your frothed milk. If you want to add like a tablespoon of milk, you can, just to give it a little more volume. In fact, you don't get that much sugar from just a tablespoon of milk, so that's totally okay. And then I'm gonna do like 3/4 of a teaspoon of Truvia. This is the non-sugar filled blend. So it's just erythritol and stevia. And I'm gonna get that going here. Okay, just got done. Check it out. It's kind of got a little bit of frothing to it. So a little foam, adds some nice color and some amazing flavor to the coffee. Stir this up here, and look at that. Oh, yeah. Let's see how it tastes. Just like a Starbucks latte. I love it. Easy way to make a simple fat coffee. I don't over-fat it. There's not tons of butter and tons of coconut oil, which there's a place for that, but in my day, this starts my day with like 140 calories, 130 calories, and it's a great cup of coffee. So with that, have an awesome day. Well, today is the day. I'm gonna go have my eyes lasered. Not sure how I feel about it yet, but I think it's gonna be okay. I'm a little bit concerned though. They like hold your eye open with this machine, and then there's a laser, and they cut the flap of your skin open, or your eyeball, like the actual flesh of your eyeball. Yeah. But here's what I am looking forward to is my glasses right now have these, I don't know if you can see that very well, but they're dirty. Because the kids get a hold of them, the kids don't understand that, like, hey, don't touch my glasses, and then they put their fingers all over them all the time. So I feel like I clean my glasses every day, and they're never clean, and I don't have to worry about that anymore. And here's what's really cool, is when you wear glasses, you see my nose right here? It looks like I have a pimple. That's just where my glasses are sitting. I won't have that anymore, because I'll never have to put them on. So I haven't worn contacts now for the last week, and I enjoy my contacts because I don't have to wear my glasses, but I can't wear the contacts before you have LASIK surgery because they want you to be out 3 days prior and 3 days prior to your like pre-op appointment. So now I'm rambling. I guess I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll see how it goes.
So Nick likes his coffee one way. I'm not a coffee drinker. There's no particular reason. I just don't enjoy it. So I will actually either drink fat coconut milk or fat almond milk. And you can make your own fat almond milk or fat coconut milk, but I just use a packet. It's a lot easier. We use the keto cream from Prove It. And really all I do is I take a full mug of coconut milk and almond milk, and then I have this little thing called a Capresso. And what it does is it heats, you put it on its little stand, you push go, and it's got a little frother in here, and it actually heats up the almond milk and mixes in the cream as well. So I'm gonna start by dumping my coconut milk into here. Okay, so I've got I do a combination of both the almond milk and coconut milk. It's what works best for me, and I love it. So I've got that poured in here. And then I just have my keto cream packet. Again, I just use the cream from Prove It because it's the easiest. The macros on it, 12 grams of fat, 130 calories. So I'm not getting too much fat and too many calories for the morning. It kind of works perfect for me, but it also keeps me full until lunch. So I'm just going to dump my cream packet in here. I put the top on the little Capresso, and I'll put a link to this in the description below so you can see what it is. And then I just hit the little heat button, and it's gonna spin this around until it's warm and ready for me to drink. The cousins are reading books together on the couch, and neither of them can read. They're 3 and 3, so it's kind of funny to watch.
Baby, don't put your toys in the trash. Now go to sleep.
But my keto cream, coconut milk, almond milk, fat, whatever, is done. So it's heated up, and it's actually foamed up a little bit in here. And I just got a little coffee mug. I'm just gonna pour in what fits, and then I'll kind of like refresh it later. The nice thing is I can warm it up again in this little Capresso machine. So I drink this probably like 3 to 4 days a week. And it just makes the mornings a lot easier. I don't have to like be making my own breakfast, chasing the kids around, or like today when I don't even eat till after they leave. I clean up all their dishes and I just have my fat almond milk with me, and it keeps me full until lunch. So I would love to hear what you guys have. I know Nick is sharing his coffee drink as well. So now I'm on to the next thing. We have another snowstorm coming this weekend. So I'm gonna make some granola bars that we can just keep in the fridge, that we can grab like after we're done. It's gonna be warm, thankfully. Usually it's like a snowstorm in like 10 degrees. It'll be a snowstorm in like 30 degrees this week. So I'll make these granola bars and we can just pull them out of the fridge after we're done playing in the snow, have them for a snack. Keeps us healthy, keeps us fueled, and they're really tasty and really easy. So this is baking today. Both the kids wanted to help out. We have Keto Julianna and then our cousin Carly. So we are going to make some granola today, and they are super excited because there's lots of stuff to dump in and they absolutely love it. So I'm starting with some butter in here, and then I also have some almond butter. So I'm gonna mix these together, and I've already softened the butter a little bit, but I'm actually gonna just microwave this just for another 20 seconds or so, because then it's just a lot softer and easy to mix in all of the other ingredients.
Hey, JJ, why you be silly?
And the kids are gonna be silly for this one.
Boing, 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 boing.
So then we're gonna get our next ingredients together. So our butter is done with our nut butter. It's nice and soft. It's okay to really melt this because I'm just gonna put everything in the fridge or the freezer afterwards. So it's just fine if it's really, really watery. Sometimes if you're making something like a fat bomb, you don't want it to be super watery like this or super melted, but it works great for these granola bars. So now I'm gonna add in the rest of my smaller ingredients that I want to get mixed in really well, like my swerve and my vanilla. So I'm just gonna mix this up for just another second here. Okay, so now I'm gonna add in my other ingredients. Everything is mixed in with my butter and nut butter. So I'm adding in a 1/3 cup of swerve. I'm gonna put in just a couple of droppers of liquid stevia, maybe 2 droppers or so. And I love combining the swerve and the liquid stevia because you don't get that cooling effect aftertaste of the swerve, and then you don't get the bitterness of the stevia. So combined, they work great together. Then we're gonna put in our vanilla. We've got 2 teaspoons of vanilla in here. I love putting vanilla in our baked goods. We gotta use yours, Julianna. Yours is the teaspoon, so you can help pour this in. So we're doing 2 teaspoons of vanilla. There's 1. Pour that in. Here's 2. There you go. And then we're gonna add in a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. So now Carly gets to help out. Carly gets to use hers. So we're gonna dip it in here and get a 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. And I do love cinnamon, so if I put in a little bit more than a 1/2 teaspoon, that actually works out really well for me. And then I'm gonna mix this all together and just mix it nice and slow, but it will all mix in really easy. And then it makes kind of the perfect glue for your granola bar. So now we're gonna start mixing everything together, and this is what I love about this granola recipe is it's like really, really, really simple, so easy, some 3-year-olds can do it. So we're gonna start by just dumping in all of our nuts and our seeds. So in this one, I have pumpkin seeds or pepitas and sunflower seeds. So there's the pumpkin seeds, and then there's the sunflower on the bottom. So about a 1/4 cup of each. Over here, I've got unsweetened coconut and cacao nibs, and we'll let Carly help with that one. So we'll dump that one in. I'll do this one because it's in a hot pan, but I did toast up some almonds and pecans. And we're gonna add those in there. I love the flavor of the toasted nuts, so I always try to toast them. Sometimes I burn them, but we'll see. These ones actually worked out pretty well. And then the last thing I'm gonna put in before my butters is flaxseed. And flaxseed kind of helps bind it all together in addition to the nut butter. So together they really hold the granola bar in pieces when you're ready to do that. And then the last thing, I'll do this one, girls, because it's gonna be messy. The last one is our butter and nut butter. I'm gonna combine these in with the rest of our nuts. Ooh, does it look delicious?
I'm dead.
What?
Yeah, I'm dead.
Okay, and now you can stir. Do you want to be the first to stir it, Julianna?
Yeah.
So now we're just gonna mix everything together, nice and slow, and it will mix in really easy, and it makes just like a thick granola bar. So all we do is take our batter of granola and just put it into an 8x8 pan, and then we'll press it in there. And then you can choose if you want to keep it in the fridge or in the freezer. We kind of do half and half. The kids like it soft, so we put it in the fridge for them. And then Keto Dad and I, Nick and I, we like it a little bit harder, more crunchy, so we put it in the freezer. And just press it down here nice and firm. You want to make sure everything kind of gets stuck together so that when you cut it, it doesn't crumble. So we've got our granola bar pressed in our pan here. And now I'm just going to pop it in the freezer so it cools pretty fast. And then I'll cut it into granola bars and we'll have it for a snack later. You guys excited? Yeah.
So you ever have one of those days where you're just like, what am I going to have for lunch? The fridge is kind of empty and you don't have any leftovers from the night before. Well, on those days, I always go for my go-to pickle cream cheese roll-up. Now, some people use ham for this. We like using salami, but it's easy if you just have these medium-sized, not like super large, but also not the mini pickles. I'm just gonna take a couple out of here, and I like to put them on a little paper towel just to help blot off the pickle juice. And then I'm gonna get my salami out, and I've got my cream cheese ready to go. I mean, could you ask for a more keto-friendly, simple, yet delicious lunch? I mean, these are perfect. Like, have 2 or 3 of these, and you are good to go. So I've got a little slice of cream cheese, and then I just spread it along my salami, and I like mine like all the way around the salami. Keto Boss Babe just does like a little line. So you can do whatever you like. You can tell I like my cream cheese. I may have gotten just a little bit too much, but you know what? It's all good. It's gonna be delicious, I can already tell you. So I'm gonna take my pickle, I'm gonna roll it, oh baby. And then let me get my toothpick out, maybe. How about like 4 or 5 of them out? Check it out. This pickle still has the stem. I don't want to eat the stem. There we go. Boom! 1 down, a couple to go. Should we try it out? I mean, let's try it. Crunchy.
I got some all on my
Cream
stuff.
cheesy. Delicious. Got the kiddos over here watching us make this. What more could you ask for? So I'm gonna make a few more. Keto Boss Babe and I are gonna have this for lunch. And you know what? It's simple, it's easy, it's keto. So here we go. All right, so we're in the car. We're on the way to the LASIK surgery place. What's it called? Eye clinic. I'm a little bit nervous. Like, the idea of getting stuff poked in my eye just does not thrill me. However, the idea of not having to wear these anymore thrills me too. So hopefully it'll be worth it. I got my driver over here, my designated driver, because I guess I can't drive home, because who knows how I'll be seeing at the moment. I think it takes a while for your brain to get used to it, and your eyeballs actually have to heal up a little bit, I guess. So I got eye drops, I guess, that I get to put in 4 times a day that help with the healing of the part that they open up. So we'll see. I mean, hopefully we'll be able to get some video in there. I don't know if we'll be able to video the actual surgery or not, but that would be kind of cool to see. So stay tuned. Here we come. We'll see what happens. I'm waiting. Get nervous. The place seems nice.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
This eye gets operated on, this eye gets cut open too. If I take this one off, I'm probably going to be like this the rest of my life. But now we have to sit in this room for 45 minutes. Not sure why, but to wait. Maybe it's the anticipation. They want you to get all like revved up. They offered me Valium and I chose not to take it. I'm thinking maybe I should have taken it. I don't know. Chrissy might need it after this. So I want to chill. I mean, we got a nice picture on the wall. We got really good lighting. I mean,
So this isn't where we get the purple lighting, huh?
No, that's to come. Just wait.
And meditative music.
Just to relax, to get me in my zen.
So they are taking him in there now, and I'm going to show you what the room looks like. They actually, the door and window open so you can see it. This is actually kind of fun. He is in there. They slid him underneath a little laser thing, and now he's getting his eyes done. So hopefully, hopefully he comes out okay. If not, I guess good thing the Tesla drives itself, right? Because he won't have to. No, I'm just kidding. So he's super excited about this. I know he was a little bit nervous, so I'm excited to see him when he's done.
Hey, I have laser eyes now. I can't take these sunglasses off. That was quite an experience. I mean,
it wasn't painful.
It wasn't painful, but I probably wouldn't do it again.
It was discomfort.
Imagine somebody holding your eyeball open and then pushing something really, really hard on it for like a couple minutes, and then weird things happening. But it was interesting.
I don't know, but to never have to wear glasses
or
contacts in.
I mean,
like, I've never had glasses or contacts, so to me, I'm like, meh.
It was an intense couple of minutes, but it only took a couple minutes and didn't hurt. So, 2 thumbs up. We'll let you know how it goes. Hopefully
Tell
I
him
can
not
see
to
a little
touch
bit
his
later.
eyes. He's not supposed to rub them or anything. There are squirrels jumping from branch to branch out here. This is crazy. But we're going to drive this guy home, and he's supposed to go to bed for like 4 to 6 hours.
I'm going to take a nap. I'm excited about that.
And then I'm going to get dinner for the kids.
All right.
It's like 8:30 at night. The kids are in bed, and Nick has been sleeping pretty much since we got home. He had his eyes done at like 3:30 or so. We drove home, and I'd say he didn't love it. It wasn't his favorite experience ever. He's kind of like, why did I do this? It was like, he's like, I feel like there's cotton balls in my eyes. But he survived it. He came home, and he went right upstairs into bed, where he's been sleeping ever since. I gave the kids dinner and put them to sleep, and told them they need to be quiet and not bother Daddy tonight so he can get a good night's sleep. I am snacking on, Q is trying to eat my moon cheese here. Look at him, he's looking at it. But I'm snacking on some moon cheese and some pistachios. It's kind of like my go-to snack for the night. Hopefully he will sleep most of the night upstairs, and then feel a lot better in the morning. From what I hear, like, he's like, it feels like there's like sand or cotton balls in my eyes, and like I can't blink it out. And from what I hear is, both the dogs are here trying to get my stuff. Dogs, no. But from what I hear, as long as you keep up on the saline droplets, that by tomorrow they are totally fine. And Ember just found a toy down here. Crazy little lab. So I'm going to enjoy my evening with the dogs. I'll have Nick chime in tomorrow morning and let you know kind of what his thoughts are, how he's feeling. And hopefully by tomorrow morning he will be just fine. He has a follow-up in the morning. I guess the next day they always bring you back in to take a look at the eyes and make sure everything went the way it's planned. Hi, doggy. So he has that tomorrow, and then I'll be taking the kids to the zoo while he goes and does that because it's a day off of school. So looks like Ember wants to play or something. She's got her little carb-filled toy donut that she will not destroy. She's had the thing forever. And Q just wants to cuddle and snuggle here. He's like trying to get in my lap like nobody's business. He's like, Mom, let me sleep with you. So I'm just gonna get some work done, maybe edit some vlogs or some blogs and get those ready for you guys. And maybe play with the dogs for just a minute. But yeah, excited to see how Nick's doing tomorrow.
So I just got up from my nap, and I don't know how to describe it other than it was incredibly intense and uncomfortable. It's one of those things where they say it's not painful, and they're right. You can't describe that as pain, but how do you describe it? Like, the only way that I can describe it is after the procedure. Well, during the procedure, it was just like they held your eye open and they put this thing on it that you couldn't really feel. However, if somebody took their finger and pushed it into your eyeball, like just halfway, would you feel a little bit uncomfortable? That's how it felt, and your eyeball was open. So your brain, as this is happening, is like I gotta close my eye. I gotta get out here. So it's not painful, but it's confusing because you're sitting there trying to relax, and at the same time you have this pressure on your eye which you can't get rid of. And then there's like this bright light, and then you see 2 red lights and this green light, and then all of a sudden you don't see anything. It's black, but you see these sparkles. That's where they're like doing the eyeball thing. And then there's like this 8-second countdown where the laser is actually correcting the vision, and that's where you smell like hair burning because it's the laser. You're like, what are they burning my eye? I thought it was when they're putting my eyeball back together, but it's actually when they're reshaping the cornea. And it's like literally if you were to light your arm hair on fire, you ever do that? You get too close to the grill, you're like, what's that smell? Yeah, it was in there. I mean, pretty bizarre. And then after it's done, you're like, oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. Well, then the numbing stuff for the eye wears out, and you get in the car. And that was the worst part of the whole procedure. Like,
it's that you were happy when you first got in the car.
I was happy I had my sunglasses on.
And about 5 minutes later.
And then all of a sudden, we're driving home, and it feels like I have either like 3 or 4 contacts that are shoved in my eyeball somewhere that I can't get out. Or if you don't have contacts, it's like, you ever get an eyelash stuck in there? Well, picture like a piece of bark or something stuck in your eye that you just can't get out. What do you usually do? Your eyes water, and you're like this. You can't open them. Or if you're really, really sensitive to light and you have to look into light, that feeling where you just like, you need to go somewhere, you need to take care of it. It's almost like your body won't let you do anything else if your eyes are having issues. I don't know if you've noticed that. Like anytime I've had something, it's almost debilitating. So I experienced that on the way home from the car ride, and it wasn't painful. The way they described it was it will be very uncomfortable. You'll experience discomfort. So go home and sleep for 4 to 6 hours so you sleep through it. And they weren't lying. It was uncomfortable. So I literally went to bed, closed my eyes, and I tried to sleep. I woke up like every hour, took a pee, and then at like 4 hours later, I woke up and it's actually not as uncomfortable. Now I just feel like I wore a pair of contacts for 20 hours in the day, and like I need to get them out, and my eyes are really just like raw, and like you need to take that contact out and go to sleep. That's how I feel right now, but it's not the same level of bark in the eye or multiple eyelashes in the eye that you can't get out. So it's been an experience, but here's what's cool right now. I can see the TV, I can read the clock over there. I actually feel like I have corrective vision on, or like my contacts or my glasses in, and I don't. So it's gonna work. There is a halo around everything. So if you ever like your glasses are dirty, or you're driving down the street and your windshield's a little bit dirty, and all of the street lights have little circles around them, that's how all the lights look right now. So it's a little bit like do-do-do-do-do-do-do. But it's kind of fun at the same time. So I'm glad I did it. We'll see how I feel in the morning. I think I'm gonna feel amazing. And it sounds like it's a pretty quick recovery. It's just 6 hours of like sheer, I don't know if you want to call it, you want to torture somebody? Just stick stuff in their eye that they can't get out. Like they won't be able to think of anything else. I mean, why waterboard somebody when you can just mess with their eyes? Maybe I just have sensitive eyes, but you know what? I'm going to put these on and go to sleep. Oh, that's another thing. They say I have to sleep in my sunglasses because I'm super cool. No, they don't. Well, apparently they don't want you rubbing your eye during sleep, and these keep you from touching it. So. Did
you notice yourself touching your eyes when you were napping?
No, I don't really. I don't ever really touch my eyes. Like
I see you rub your eyes like when you have contacts in.
Well, like if I have contacts in and I'm trying to get them to like.
But you feel like you have 4 contacts in.
Well, I feel like there's excruciating pain in my eyes. I actually don't feel like the
discomfort,
itch.
Not pain.
Sorry, discomfort in my eyes. I don't feel like the itch. They just are.
Discomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Just need to like blink them or close them or do something, get something out of them.
Well,
sleep. That's what I need.
Go take your eye drops. Go to sleep. Drink your water.
Okay.
Put your glasses back on.
I look way cooler with them, don't I? I mean, these are some pretty good shades.
I think you should keep them for the summer.
Probably.
Good night.
Good night. Well, it's been 24 hours since I had it done, and you know what? Today I am feeling so much better. Yesterday was challenging. It was just intense. But today, like, I literally woke up and I'm like, oh, it just felt like I'd worn my contacts too much the night before, the day before. And even through the day, everything's getting better and better. My vision is incredibly clear. I can read titles of books in the distance, and I don't have to like touch my eyes tonight. I don't have to take glasses on or off. Like, I'm really fired up about this. So pretty excited, feeling great, and stay tuned for more fun from the Keto Dad.